up late.
I was like, should I just like drop out of work and just like focus on the touche social medias?
Every time-
The girl's gone wild.
Is that funny? I thought it was funny. You don't think it's funny?
Wait, that's so fucking funny.
Back to Touche the podcast. I'm Tally and I'm joined by my co-host David.
Hi everyone.
Discuss some of our resolutions. Everyone has them. Well, actually, that's not true. Some people decide that they don't want to have them, or they want to call them something different than a resolution. You know. But I definitely have some. Do you?
Yeah, so not to like start 2025 with like a bang and like a hot take, I actually don't really believe in resolutions because I don't want to, like, I believe that you can change your life at any point, and I'm not saying people who make resolutions can't change their life at any point, but I'm much more of a wake up on a Monday and I'm like, this week I'm going to do this.
Totally.
However, though, I am a big fan of creating like a vibe of the year. So it's like, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm going to read more in 2025, which like I definitely should be reading more in 2025. But I'm like, this is going to be my kind of vibe or pillar that I hold in 2025.
Yeah, like a vision board.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense. Good talk.
You were like, hey, but like, I totally support people. I love resolutions.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we talked about this with the Sweat Lab segment from our last episode.
Yes.
You and I started some of our like fitness stuff way before the new year started because, like you're saying, sometimes setting like a time period for resolutions is a bit arbitrary. Like, okay, it's the first of the year and now everyone kind of waits.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have some goals, and when you have specific goals, such as maybe something that's related to fitness, it's kind of nice to have a start date and an end date for different periods of time. So that's kind of where I'm going with this. But I really like the idea of like a 75 soft yesterday.
Yes, I see the checklist.
Yes, on the first of the year, I have my checklist on my wall because it helps like with organization.
Also, did you make that checklist or did you? I'm like focused and not chill. I am grinding. No, well, it is January, and those of you who remember, I did dry January last year, which honestly I highly suggest because unfortunately I did feel great and my skin was way better. I'm not doing dry January this year because I have we were talking about this, I've significantly decreased the amount I'm drinking.
Totally.
2023 was like a big drink.
I did not.
Okay, you're absolutely fine. We got spanked.
I did check highlights.
It was a crazy sad performance. Like, SMU was so in over their head. Like, those boys were scared in Penn State Stadium. The Penn State fans were so loud. I could literally hear them through the TV, and it was an embarrassing game. Not surprised, but I do want to point out that Alabama lost their bowl game to an unranked team. So, while SMU did lose, I still don't think Nick Saban's argument holds water.
What do you think would have happened if Bama played Penn State?
If anyone is like straight boys don't text, I'm here to prove that wrong.
Okay, but there's the caveat that if it's about fantasy football, they do text.
Since this group text has started in September, no, I'm always on Do Not Disturb, but I don't silence my texts because I still want to get like notifications. I silence that, and I consistently have over 100 unread texts because of that group chat.
In each publication, each dictionary had a different word that they chose for the word of the year. So I'm going to go through 5 with you, and I'm very excited to get your thoughts. And my overarching comment before I give these words is it is so funny that how as a society we change the meanings of words and pick the weirdest words to go viral. So excited to hear what you think. First word from the Oxford Dictionary, brain rot, which is perfect for this episode.
We say this all the time on Touche. So.
I know, we like really use that word. So traditionally this word means to show or demonstrate clearly, but obviously it's evolved quite a bit. Now,
interesting.
Right? It's very interesting. So now it encompasses more of like personal development, goal setting. You are, manifesting things in your life. And I think that social media has definitely helped evolve the use of this word. Brat is the word of the year.
That kind of felt like a little bit of a hate crime.
Well, no, you love that summer. You and Blaine Gibkey.
Yeah, brat is like my year of the word for
my word of the year.
My word of the year for
Okay,
sure.
but what's so funny about this is think about the original, like the evolution of the conversation. Brat, someone who is spoiled, someone who's annoying, like a spoiled child, whatever. And now we use this word to be synonymous with confident. Oh, she's giving brat summer. She's living it up. She's like, you know.
Yeah, well, and it's interesting because in some of my circles pre-brat summer, brat is a word that was used
traditionally associated with like modesty, reserved behavior, but it didn't change necessarily, but it did evolve because now we're
Barbie Oppenheimer vibes.
Yeah.
I saw Nosferatu, you saw Babygirl, and we're gonna dive into it.
I can't wait to talk about this.
So starting off with Nosferatu, it is, for those of you who don't know, a 2024 American Gothic horror film written and directed by Robert Eggers. It's a remake of the 2022 silent film Nosferatu, which was inspired by Bram Stoker's 1897 novel Dracula. So it was like one of the first, if not first few horror movies out there, and it's been this is the third time it's been remade. It featured Bill Skarsgård, Nicholas Hoult, Lily Rose Depp, Aaron Taylor Johnson, and William Dafoe, along with a bunch of other people. For those who don't know what the synopsis of Nosferatu is, it is a gothic tale of obsession between a haunted young 2.5 hours. We're like really on a long movies are back.
Yeah, like Wicked, Nosferatu.
The cinematography in it was literally amazing. Like, I don't know if I would suggest for this to be a movie to watch at home. I think the beginning is very slow.
You should see it in a theater.
I think you should see it in a theater. The storytelling and the cinematography was 10 out of 10. Lily Rose Depp, amazing in this.
I really like her.
I was honestly like a little nervous because I didn't think that she did a great job in The Idol. But
no one did.
No, exactly. Like, that might have been like Sam Levinson and The Weeknd's fault.
For sure.
And not her. I think that she's going to take some awards home for this.
Oh, good
completely. For her. And William Dafoe was so funny in this.
I love him so much. He's in Shameless, right?
6% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Crushed it.
And one of the best reviews on Rotten Tomatoes was, fans of contemporary jump scare horror may be disappointed. And Nosferatu isn't particularly scary, but Eggers has created an enveloping mood that is hard to shake, and I think that's an amazing review of it. So I love horror movies. Nosferatu was originally a horror movie. I wouldn't necessarily describe this as a horror movie. It's more of like, it's creepy. There aren't jump scares. You get this kind of like existential gothic dread watching it, which is the point of the movie, which is why the cinematography is there. It's like very dark, very dreary, very rainy, like vampire-esque, and you kind of just leave with the same sense of the characters. The characters are all haunted by this evil being, and they did a great job in the movie of you leaving the theater feeling like you are kind of like haunted by him. Not in a scary mood, but you're just like, oh.
Does it take you a second to shake the depression that follows?
Like, I was just kind of like, you're like kind of like low energy, like kind of like I need a candle to walk through my apartment vibes. But I would highly recommend.
And you have to go see Babygirl.
I do have to go see Babygirl, which is a great segue because I'm actually like so jealous that you saw Babygirl. I've been seeing some of the like clips on TikTok and it looks phenomenal.
I am obsessed with this movie. A24 film, Babygirl.
Are you a big fan of actors on actors? It's, you know, when Vanity Fair releases those interviews.
Oh, yeah. No, I love that kind of stuff.
I forgot who she did, but Nicole's whole interview was on Babygirl, and I haven't been watching because I didn't want spoilers, but I definitely think you should watch her.
I will absolutely watch that.
Yeah.
And then her and the director, Lena Raine, got together and they were like, who should play Samuel? Like, we need somebody with like this really dominant presence to play Samuel, and they picked Terrence Dickinson, and I mean, it couldn't be more perfectly casted. The chemistry between these two on screen is unparalleled. I love this movie. I will say it definitely, like, if you don't like, there's some cringy, uncomfortable moments. That's just a part of the film. You got a 76% on Rotten Tomatoes. I saw it with a friend who like was very uncozy.
I mean, honestly, love.
Yeah.
That sounds like my kind of movie.
Yeah. Terrence Dickinson is so freaking hot.
I like can't picture what he looks like for some reason.
He's so hot, dude.
Oh wow, he's really cute. I want to see. Oh, he was in Where the Crawdads Sing. Yes.
Oh, was he the mean guy?
Yes.
Oh my god, I don't remember that.